Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today we're going to be talking about how you can learn to receive better as a feminine woman. Hey ladies, so I wanted to quickly jump in here to let you guys know what your girl has been secretly planning. So I am hosting a free virtual ladies only yummy masterclass on self-esteem and femininity. So I'm going to be teaching you ladies how to transform yourself into that self-esteem feminine goddess. Yes, you guessed right. That's the name of the masterclass, because why not? So if this is calling out to you and you're like, hell yeah, Amy, that's me, you want to make sure that you sign up quickly because there's only a limited number of people, of women, that I can accommodate on that call. And for my ladies that are like, hell yeah, Amy, that's me, I have a gift for you. So if you're amongst the first 20 women to sign up for this, I have a free gift for you. I'm not going to tell you what that gift is now. You're just going to have to wait and see. All right, ladies. So if you have any questions, all the details about this are going to be left in the description box as well as in the comment section. I'm also going to leave an email address there where you can send your questions if you have any, and then we can talk about it on the day of the masterclass. Other than that, I will see you on September 10th at 2 p.m. EST via Zoom. Bye. So one of the biggest signs that you would notice when you start doing this work is that your ability and your capacity your ability to receive starts to increase. Now, how much it increases, it totally depends on your level of consciousness and the level of inner work that you have done. And I wanted to do this video to just kind of give you that quick activation on how you can start learning to receive better so that you can start to enjoy being in your feminine energy. So this was one of the parts that I struggled with, right? And over time, I've learned to understand that it's because the human brain, and I cannot prove this, but I believe that the human brain, like is it neurons? I think it's neurons, but the part of the brain or the path in the brain that activates your ability to, or gets used to your ability to give people, it's very different from the part of the brain that allows you to receive. So when you get into that mindset of, oh, I have to learn how to receive now, it does require you to use different parts of your brain, which of course takes time. So a lot of the challenges that women run into is they don't know that it's going to take a little bit of time to rewire the brain so that that part that allows them to receive now gets activated and they are able to fully embody that energy. And so one of the tips that I would give in learning to receive is that you're going to learn to start to do this in small situations. So a lot of times when we start doing this work, we feel like it has to be the big thing, right? No, it's usually the small things that are done repeatedly over time that then compound into the big fact, right? Atomic Habits, I think that's the book. But yes, it's usually those small things. So you are going to have to decide that every situation, no matter how small, you're going to learn how to receive. Okay? So what does this mean? This means that if your neighbor walks over and says, hey, welcome back, can I help you carry your groceries? You say yes. Unless, of course, they're like, you know, they're criminals or you don't trust them and you have reasonable reason, okay? Not the one you made up in your head, but they have a criminal record that you know about and you feel like they will cause harm to you, physical harm and whatever kind of harm, then of course no, okay? But if it's all the stories you've told yourself in your head about your neighbors, that's not what I'm referring to, you say yes, okay? You are in the gas station and somebody offers to pay for your gas, you say yes. Somebody offers to help you park your car, you say yes. Okay? So unless there's a threat, like a physical threat, not the one you made up in your head, the actual one, they have a gun or something, then you say no. That's the only reason that you should say no, at least in this phase. Okay? So as you get used to saying yes to little things that you encounter on your day-to-day basis, it's going to rewire that part of your brain that says, it's nice to receive. It actually feels good to receive. Let's do this more. And the more you do it, the more it's going to become you. And when you eventually get to that situation that you consider big, where, you need to be embodied to be able to receive the benefit of that, girl, because your brain is used to it, it's going to be so easy. And you're going to be able to fully enjoy those moments, big or small. All right, the next tip that I would give in being able to receive is appreciation. So think about this. It's harder to receive something that you don't appreciate. It's really hard. Like, say for example, you got yourself a beautiful pair of shoes, okay? Black shoes or white shoes, whatever. And somebody's like, oh, I just got you the same pair of shoe, and I forgot to ask, the shoe that you got, you don't really like it. So you're even regretting why you got it in the first place. And then somebody comes to you and says, oh, I got the same pair for you, the same size, the same color. The normal human reaction would be great. Now what, right? You cannot do that in this phase, or you should not do that in this phase, because there will always be something that will not meet your expectations. We always want more. It's called being human, okay? There will always be something that will be needed. There's always something that you will want more. There's always something that may not necessarily meet your standards. When it comes to doing this work within this context, okay, I want you to appreciate everything. Because if you think about it, the example that I shared, if you think about it, that person didn't have to get you those shoes, did they? Right? But they went out of their way to get you those shoes in that color, in your size, right? So even if you don't like the shoes, that doesn't mean you don't appreciate it, right? That doesn't mean you don't say thank you, right? That doesn't mean you don't give them A for effort, right? So it's that cultivating the habit of being grateful for everything in your life, big or small. If you cannot do this, it's going to be very hard for you to really embody feminine energy, because part of being in your feminine is that you trust and you keep your heart open to receive. And if you're not able to receive, then, right? And your ability to receive is being fueled by being grateful. The more grateful you are, the more people want to do things for you, the more you can receive. You see what I mean? Like it's simple math, but it's not math. So think about it, is how can you, in your current state, start improving your ability to be grateful? Now, I know, some women can say, well, this person did this, it wasn't up to my standard. Lady, that's not what I'm talking about. Okay? I'm not saying that you need to lower your standards because of somebody else. Those are completely two different things and not related. What I'm saying is, when somebody gives you a gift, no matter how big or small, appreciate it. Say thank you. Or be thankful, rather. Let it be in your energy. Be grateful. because the more you're grateful, the more that the world opens up to you, and the more your ability to increase or to receive increases. All right, I feel like that was a mouthful. The next tip that I would give is be aware of self-sabotage. See, because we are working to rewire our brain is not used to it. So there will be moments the brain is going to fight to keep the old you, the old part of you that didn't know about this work. And so when you find situations where you can express your ability to receive, the brain is going to be like, girl, what are you doing? Stop it. Right? And she's going to make it harder for you to be able to embody this. So you need to be aware of it and be aware of you standing in your own way and your own ability to receive. Let me give you a good example. Say you've been wanting to go for an event, right? And this is like a huge event. You've been dreaming about it and you were kind of waiting for the tickets to come. And somebody has offered to take you and they're like, oh, I'm gonna get you the tickets, don't worry about it, we can just go together. And then your brain goes into panic mode because it's not used to that, and it says, oh my gosh, they're probably a criminal, they're probably gonna kill you, they'll kidnap you, don't go. And so because of that, you start to make the whole thing difficult. You start to say, oh, my schedule's all over the place, or you start to give excuses that you know that are not going to stop you, right? Essentially, you're just sabotaging the whole process. And that was not because that situation was actually difficult. It was because you just didn't feel like you were worthy of that, right? So this also ties to self-worthiness issues too. So be aware of that, because all of these things that I'm teaching you guys, they're all connected. The confident woman, the woman who has high self-worth, the woman who has high self-esteem, the woman who is embodying her feminine or is in her feminine energy, the activated woman, or the personal, the powerful woman. They're all tied together. If one is lacking in the other, you're going to find weird situations like this where you don't feel worthy of it, and so you start to act in your own way, which of course then breaks down that beautiful flow of energy that would have taken place if you were healed, and if you were leveled up to a point where you can recognize that and stop that behavior, or recognize that and not repeat the behavior. All right, so those were my 3 tips. As always, as I'm talking, I have more that are coming out, but so I probably would just create like a part 2 to talk about it. But yeah, I hope this video was fun for you guys, and I hope you're able to learn a thing or two. If you're new to my channel and you're just getting this is your first video, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you do enjoy femininity or self-confidence, or you're a model, then maybe feel free to check out my other stuff. Other than that, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.